Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy almost New Year's. It's great to see you. Welcome to all those tuning in on our love stream this morning. Let's sing together. This is all about change. We're going to shift. This is a great time to do this song. It's called Change for the Better.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year's Eve. What an exciting, beautiful, beautiful day. December 31st, our last morning service here of this year, with so much planned for our future. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Robert Ekman, and I am so honored to be your service host for this morning's celebration service. This is the Center for Spiritual Living, Salt Lake City, where transformation happens. And whether you're joining us here in this room or whether you're online, we know that we are each perfect, whole, and complete, and that regardless of our situations or our conditions, that everything, anything, is possible for us. The center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy based on daily living, based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among all religions. We connect all pathways by which people seek to know and to develop their relationship with the divine. And we work on our individual consciousness so that we can each help make the world a better place. If you are joining us online, would you take just a moment and type in where you're joining us from? We'd love to feel your energy here in this space, here in the sanctuary as well. Our practitioner holding high watch this morning is Farrell Zeman. Is that right? Farrell is with us. Farrell is with us in consciousness. That's right. Oh, and that is the idea of high watch. High watch is this idea that Farrell is in prayer, knowing the highest and greatest good for each of us as we're gathered here together. Our practitioners do amazing things. Our prayer practitioner this morning that's going to offer us a thought and prayer is Teresa Martin. But wherever you're joining us from, I'd like to invite you to join with me in repeating our spiritual purpose by saying it with me. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you. Whether you're joining us from far away or nearby, you can always find out more information about us on our website, online at www.spirituallyfree.org. Thank you, thank you. Now this morning, Reverend Sydney is going to treat us to a message entitled, Follow the Yellow Brick Road. Lions and tigers and bears, yes, yay. And our special music will be offered by our very own Lezlee Monroe. Yes. If you're here for the very first time, we would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge you and to welcome you to our community. If you're willing to raise your hand or jump up and down, so that we can say hello to you and welcome you ourselves. All right, all a bunch of old timers here today. Okay, by way of announcements, tonight is our annual Burning Bowl ceremony. This is going to be at 5 p.m. here in the sanctuary. It is our most popular service of the year, so get here early. This is a service that is inspired by ancient rituals. This is about releasing and about building for what you want for the next year. So tonight, we are going to write down what we want to release on flash paper, and then use the element of fire to ceremoniously release it. And this will be followed by a life visioning ceremony created by Reverend Michael Beckwith. And then we will close by writing ourselves letters that will be mailed back to us in December 2024, so that we can see how our year of manifesting came along. So please join us tonight. It's going to be a very special time. Beginning next week, we have a new Sunday morning service schedule. Sundays at 9:30 till 10:20. 9:30 till 10:20 will be our sacred meditation service. This is going to be a very special time where we get to go inside using meditation, just like we do prior to our service here. But you can join us for a little bit more in-depth time. There will be a short inspirational talk, as well as some great meditative practice. So please plan on coming here for that, and then of course, that will be followed by our traditional Sunday celebration service at 11. Every week, our center hosts a midweek meditation at noon on Wednesdays, and that's on Facebook. And is also you can also find it on YouTube, I believe, so that you can watch it any other time as well. And then one last announcement, and that is that next Sunday will be the first Sunday of the month. And as you all know, the first Sunday of our month is our Visioning Sunday, where we can gather after service, gather as a community to do visioning, which is to meditate on the highest and best for the center. And everyone is welcome to do that, and that's always facilitated by Reverend Cindy. Our center was grounded on and founded on prayer. And this helps us deal with whatever comes our way. It helps us create a positive experience regardless of our situations or conditions. And we have our team, our family of professional prayer practitioners who are here to pray for us and to pray with us. Several ways you can connect with them, of course. You can connect with them here in the center today, right after service, in the room across the hall. You can do a prayer request in the lobby and also fill out a prayer request online. And know in your heart that this group of powerful, powerful people will be praying for you all week long. Prayer works. Now, if you'll take a moment, take a deep breath, settle into your chair. We'll enjoy a short reading and prayer with Teresa.
Hi. Today I'm going to read about light. And this is from the Science of Mind, the glossary, page 607. Light, in flashes of illumination, the inspired have seen into the very center of reality and have brought back with them a distinct impression of what they have seen and felt. A glimpse of this reality illumines the whole being with a flood of light. Every mystic has had this experience. Jesus was the greatest of all these mystics, and once, at least, after a period of illumination, his face was so bright that his followers could not look upon it. In moments of deepest realization, the great mystics have sensed that one life flows through all, and that all are some part of this life. They have seen substance, a substance of fine, brilliant stuff that is forever falling into everything, a substance indestructible and eternal. And at times, the realization has been so complete that they have actually been blinded by the light. Light was the first and great revelation of the divine creative energy that called all living beings into being. Let there be light, and there was light. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light. The sons of God without rebuke, ye shine as lights in the world.
The heart of the world beats in me now. The light of the world shines through me. The song of the world sings through me now. I am the heart of the world. I am the heart of the world. The heart of the world beats in me now. The light of the world shines through me. The song of the world sings through me now. I am the heart of the world. I am the heart of the
The light of the world and the heart of the world is in each and every one of us. That light that shines, illumines everything. It is within each and every person. It is the love that we are. So in deep gratitude, I give thanks for this light that embraces and encompasses everything. I am grateful for all of the people that have come today, for all of those listening, watching online. I am grateful for this beautiful Sunday, for the sunshine, frost. I am grateful for all who have partaken in getting this service together and what it takes to put it together. I am grateful for life and all its expressions. I am grateful for each and every person here and what it takes to get here. I breathe in that light, that love. And in breathing that in, I give thanks. I give thanks that all is well, that all is good, all is light. And knowing that love and light, I give thanks, humble thanks. So let's say together, and so it is.
So, from last week to today, the days are longer. I know it's hard to sense that, but it's true. We've been singing this song, "Go Light Your World." We can add to that light that's becoming more apparent day to day by carrying our candle and lighting up our world. Let's sing together.
There is a candle in every soul, so brightly burning, purer than gold. There is one spirit that made this light and lit each candle to ease the night. Carry your candle into the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world. 'Cause we are family whose hearts are blazing. Let's raise our candles, light up the sky. We'll pray together, lift one another, and be a beacon to all the world. Carry your candle into the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world. Carry your candle into the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world. Go light your world. Go light your world.
Do it, do it. It's my pleasure to introduce our special music. She is the one and only. She is amazing. We're so lucky to have her in our band. Incredible songwriter. She has CDs out in the foyer for sale. It'll include one of the songs she'll be sharing with you today. Let's give a big round of applause for Lezlee Monroe.
Thank you. When I pulled this song out, I realized that I wrote it 20 years ago this year. Like, wow, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And with a few little tweaks for the occasion today. It's called The Power, and I thank Ricardo for holding some rhythm for me on this.
Mirror, mirror, won't you show me what you see? Is the way I live expression starts to soften. Once again it's clear to see I have the power to change my life. I choose to let the light inside and watch the tiniest spark flame up to fire, making miracles possible with a little faith and the light in my eyes. I can change my life. When the rain falls and I can't escape the sound, if I don't like the road I'm heading down, this seems to grow steeper. My simple resolution can plant these feet on higher ground. I have the power to change my life. I choose to let the light inside and watch the tiniest spark flame up to fire, making miracles possible with a little faith and the light in my eyes. I can change my life. Oh, moment to moment, day after day, I choose to go for it, or I choose to stay while dancing in the shuffles of daily demands. I hold the vision here in my hands. I have the power to change my life. I choose to be the light inside and watch the tiniest spark flame up to a fire, making miracles possible with a little faith and the light in my eyes. I can change my life. I can change my life. Whoa, whoa, I can change it. Whoa, 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 can change it. I can change my life. I can change it. I can change it. I can change my life.
Beautiful song and just perfect. Oh my gosh. How much tweaking did you do on that, Lezlee? Because that was just phenomenal.
I kept going back to what I originally wrote.
Perfect. I love how the universe works. Through and as Lezlee Monroe. Let's give her some more love. I can tell by the empty seats that there's a lot of people online watching because they're coming tonight. So welcome into the room. Welcome all of you that are here. Welcome everyone online. Happy 123 Lana told me that this date only happens about once every 100 years, so it's something to notice, right? So I know the Europeans wouldn't call it the same thing, but here in the States, it's fun to say 123. So happy day today, everybody. And this is, wow, this is the last day of the year. And this month, we've been talking about the season of light. And we had 5 Sundays in December. So we've had lots of discussion about light, right? So I just want to go back to what we talked about last week when we had a service dedicated to the season of light. And this is what we learned through 7 different faith traditions. The light of love shines through us. We carry the flame of ecstatic joy. Divine wisdom illuminates us. We get to live life full out. We are all radiant beauty. We are the light of peace. And finally, we are all radiant light. It's what we are. It's what we're made of. So, this being the last week, of course, my title is Follow the Yellow Brick Road. I don't know how that happened, but that's what I picked. So, how many Wizard of Oz fans in this room? Oh, yeah, okay. So, everybody knows the story. Everybody knows that when Dorothy lands in this strange land of Oz, that she just wants to go home. So she goes on this journey trying to find the wizard. And along the way, of course, we know she meets the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Lion. And we know those God qualities that showed up in those characters. Having a brain, having a heart, and having courage. But what Dorothy was doing is something I believe that we all do. We look outside ourselves for the answer. Okay. How many people in this room have a bookshelf or bookshelves filled with books of self-help, spirituality? Okay, yes? I'm raising my hand too. We all do it. We all do it. I'm not saying it's bad and wrong. I'm just saying that after 40 years plus being on this path, what I recognize is the answers have always been inside me. They're not in a book. Although a book might be a good remembrance for me to look inside. It might be someone that I go to listen to speak that pings me and reminds me of really who and what I am. But it's not book after book, speaker after speaker that's going to get me home. Dorothy was on this journey to go home, and she finally found it, that she had it within her this whole time. The whole time she was on this journey, that she was already the light of the one that she was looking for, and that she could go home whenever she wanted to. So, the practitioners in this room, this is what we know for everybody in this room. That you are the I am that I am, like what's on our wall. That we are the light, that we are our own very own answers. So if you're in a moment where all you have is darkness and you're not understanding the truly magnificence of who you are, that's when you make an appointment to see a practitioner. That's when you go across the hall to get a prayer. That's when you go online and put in a prayer request. That's what we're here. That's what we're based on. This is who we are. So, just like Dorothy, when we look for those secrets that are outside ourselves, it's the journey of life that we're on that causes us to look elsewhere. And what I'm saying is to do a U-turn and come inside. Do a U-turn and come inside. So a few days ago, I went with some people to see the color purple. All right, it's the new movie. It's based on the Broadway musical, not necessarily the movie, although the storyline is very, very similar. So the main character, Celie, in this movie, she goes on her own yellow brick road journey, so to speak, to understand who she really is. Now, the journey that she was on was filled with abuse, pain, bondage. She didn't know herself. She didn't recognize herself as a light being. And she went through a lot of different things. The one thing that she did have, actually I'd say the two things that she did have is her sister, Nettie. Her sister knew who she was from the get-go. And then a character that comes into her life later, Shug Avery. She recognized who Celie was, even though she was too busy not recognizing it and being beaten down and having a very, very hard life. So this is a musical. And, you know, how do you make this kind of hard story into a musical? They did it brilliantly, let me tell you. Oprah, Spielberg, all the people involved in this movie, they did it brilliantly. But what happened for me was a lot of tears. Because what I could see in Celie was what I went through. And what I still go through sometimes. I'm not talking about the abuse and those kind of things, but those places and spaces where I forgot who I was or didn't really know who I was when I was 10 years old. And the adults in my life were telling me I was lazy or I was this or I was that or I wasn't enough. And I believed them. So when I watched this movie, when I watched this story, there were a lot of tears. So if you go to the movie, bring Kleenex. Because what I could recognize was it's not like I'm there 100% of the time of knowing who I am. I'm being really honest here. I have moments where I go back to that 10-year-old Cindy. My wife is shaking her head. I have those moments, you guys, I do. And I don't stay there very long. I get it. I get it that I get to sit with that emotion. I get to sit with the shame. I get to sit with the anger. I get to sit with the sadness or whatever brought me to that place of 10-year-old Cindy and let myself feel it and honor it. And then I can step right out into the sunlight again of who I really am. What I've learned on my journey is the more I try to push that down, repel it, omit it, the longer it stays. That old adage, that which we resist will persist. So taking a moment to sit with what is really here in your heart does a world of good. Even if it's hard, even if it doesn't feel good, even if you have to call a practitioner or a close friend and say, this is what's going on in my mind. And I've got tears that I want to release because of this. So, those tears that came from that 10-year-old Cindy was well served in this movie, because those tears that came out really landed me in a place of, oh, I can love her too. When I have moments of regression, I can love her too. We're all on this journey together. And I know some pretty spectacular spiritual teachers that have been doing this for 30, 40, 50 years. And I can tell you that they too go through these things. The difference is you get to a place where you get to make peace with it and say, yes, I get to love myself even if I'm not recognizing my lightness. Yes, I get to love myself even if I'm being angry or envious or cranky about something I think should or shouldn't be in my life. This is the journey that we get to be on together. We get to remind each other of the lightness that we are. That's why we come to this community. That's why we come here week after week. Because we see the light in each other. I see the light in Rick and Lezlee and Teresa and Jim and Robert and Giselle and Kevin and everybody in this room. I see the light in you. So when you don't see it in yourself, just ask me and I'll remind you. I'm happy to. I'm happy to mirror for you what the truth is of who and what you are. So I see my progress. And I see my sometimes 5 steps forward and a couple steps back. I see it. I recognize it. I acknowledge it. I feel it. And then I move on. Folks, that's what we get to do tonight at Burning Bowl. We get to acknowledge those things that no longer serve us and allow them to burn up in the fire. And we get to vision for 2024. So how fabulous is that? So, this is what I know about myself, that I am the light. And this is what I know for each of you in this room and for my friends online. We are the light. We are love. We are that I am that I am. We are talented and creative beings. We have gifts to share. We are connected to the one. Whatever you call this one, whether it's God or universe or Yeshua, we are one with the one always, never disconnected, even when we are forgetting. That's the truth of who we are. Ernest Holmes said, we have within us a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer. A power that can overcome every obstacle in our life and set us safe, satisfied, and at peace, healed and prosperous, a new light and a new life. So as we continue on our own yellow brick road coming home to who and what we are, we get to be our brightest selves. A Course in Miracles says, why wait for heaven? Those who seek the light are merely covering their eyes. The light is in them now. Enlightenment is but a recognition, not a change. So stop trying to change. You hear me? Stop trying to change and recognize the truth of who you are. That's what I'm talking about. So as we get ready for our ceremony tonight, I just invite you to recognize your own brilliance within. When you come to a place like this and you're asked questions about what no longer served you, that's not the time to beat yourself up for what did or didn't happen in this year. Because remember, we're all on this journey. We're all on our own yellow brick road. We get to do it in the way that we do it, whether it's skipping or running or jumping or hopping, sometimes crying, sometimes avoiding potholes, or sometimes even stepping in those potholes. Right? That's the journey. That is the journey. So whatever way your journey comes, honor it, bless it. And for this moment, I feel complete. And I look forward to seeing everybody tonight. But I want to leave you with this Maya Angelou quote. She said, "Nothing can dim the light that shines from within." Celia's light didn't dim, even though she went through all those things she went through. Our light doesn't dim, even though we've been on the path that we're on, and we have challenges and situations that occur in life. So just recognize that light within, and let's pray. So let's just take in a nice deep breath. And I always start my prayers with gratitude. Think of it as setting the table of prayer. Setting the space and place to affirm what is truly ours. By being grateful for what we have. Grateful for this place and space we call Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Grateful for this wonderful sanctuary in our classroom and our facility so that we could come celebrate, meditate, commune, connect, and be with one another. Grateful that we get to end this year and go into a new year. Through the ending and the beginning, there's really no end. It's just this circle that continues, this circle of life that continues, this circle of life that continues. I am grateful for this. And I'm grateful for this beautiful, bright, light day, and that the lightness is getting longer and longer with each and every day, as Rick mentioned. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for our music team, our music ministry that allows us to break open our hearts by listening, singing, chanting, and coming together through song. I'm most grateful to know that there is just one power, one presence, one love, whether you call it God, Allah, Jehovah, Hashem, Yeshua, the way, universe, force, light, energy, love, heart. So many names and so many faces, and yet only one that's in everything, everywhere, all the time, every moment, every day. It's in this room. It's in the heater that comes on. It's in the chairs that we sit upon. It's in those trees outside. It's in every grain of sand, pebble, rock, boulder, mountain. It's in every drop of water and every body of water, as deep as those oceans, with all that life that's within the ocean. It's in every animal, every sentient being, every thought. So knowing this as truth, I claim and know that I am one and the same with the one. I am here to express, to experience life through my life, so the one can feel the joys, the sorrows, go through the ups and downs, experiencing itself through my life and through every life that's in this room. For every soul that is within earshot of this prayer, whether now or listening to it later, your life is here on purpose so that it can express itself, experience itself as you. God, Goddess as you, light as you, love as you. So for this unity, this connection, this divine matrix that we live in, connected always and wholly, I claim and know wholeness. Wholeness of body, mind, finances, relationships. Wholeness. Wholeness of the human condition. Sometimes those things that we go through, those temporary things that we go through, maybe the body temple isn't feeling 100%, or you've recently been told by a doctor, XYZ, you need to do something different, or a loved one has gotten a diagnosis and you're living with it, loving through it, connecting deeply with your family because of it. Whatever is going on, the truth is that we can never be alone. That these situations and circumstances are always powered and held by the heart and mind of the one. In this moment I call God. We've heard before that the footprints that we saw on the sand were just one set of footprints, but that God, oneness, was actually carrying us. So we are never alone, never ever alone, no matter what's going on. This is what I know. And for those places on this earth that are hoping and praying for peace, we know that for each and every country and person, that the peace that we hold in our hearts, the peace that we get to experience in our lives here, is shared through the light that we are, through our words, through our actions, through our love, through our prayers, in our meditation practice, and in all of our spiritual practices. And I ask for you to say your name out loud and the names of people that are wanting prayer in this moment. I give you time to do this, and I do the same. Cindy, Anna, Mom, Justin, Jerry, Elizabeth, Madeline, all my loves, Kendra, Marilyn, Kimberly, families that we pray for. And as you continue to say those names out loud, this vibratory field of prayer catches it. It is heard. It is received. And the answer is always yes. Yes, yes, yes. In this moment, prayer is answered now. It might be subtle, and it might be bright and obvious, but it's happening now as we speak. We don't have to wait, because in this divine quantum field that we live in, there's only this now moment, and in this now moment it is done. And as we surrender all of these dreams, beliefs, hopes, wants, needs into the field of prayer, we anchor this by saying after me, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Thank you. So our ushers are going to come around the room. And again, The first thing I like to start with is how grateful I am. Thank you to those of you that give consistently, that give to us when you can. Now's the time at the end of the year, if you have those funds that you can donate to the center to keep going for 2024, we say thank you. Whatever the amount is, it doesn't matter. What I like to teach at this moment is that we can't receive if our hands, our fists are clenched. We have to let it go so that it can come back. So this is our opportunity. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Gail. For those of you online, there's ways to give online. You know, you can go onto our website and you'll be led through the donation process right there. So thank you. So let's bless these promissory notes by outstretching our heart through our hands. And repeat after me. We are so blessed.
We are so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
With gratitude,
With gratitude,
we release, we let go,
we let go,
and we know
and we know
this abundance comes back,
this abundance comes back,
multiplied abundantly.
multiplied abundantly.
We are so blessed.
We are so blessed.
Thank you.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. The burden of my past has gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me.
Let's have Lezlee sing another song. Yes. Say yes. Yes.
Okay, this song came from from a young polygamous wife and mother of 4 children who was 231 miles away from the rest of the family for a period of time. But at that time, she didn't realize the blessing in being in that separation because she got to study what she felt like studying in that little town up in Georgetown, Idaho. And she had an experience of knowing she was God. And there was an experience, and we read books, we have experiences outwardly, but they awaken or they remind us of what we have within. And this was an experience that I first saw in a sunset, and I realized that, wow, that would be a great song. But I actually had the experience as I wrote the song. So it's called Over Sherman's Peak.
As the sun began to set over Sherman's Peak tonight, in the overcast, the dark clouds broke an opening so brilliant. Oh, what a light! What a view from where I was standing. Oh, what a light! splendor so commanding, it could break the fall of night. What a light. Wasn't looking for a sign in a game of hide and seek, when it found the place inside me where there were no shadows hiding. Oh, what a light. What a view where I was standing. Oh, what a light. Surrounding me, expanding, till I found myself as bright. What a light. Holy night, always timeless for a moment, when heaven's door was opened, taking my attention to a new dimension, where words could not describe what it feels like. Oh, oh, to see myself through heaven's eyes. Was a momentary wonder, but the gift is mine to keep. A silent new awakening in a valley drifting off to sleep. I thanked God that I should be here in an open, quiet place where heaven could reach out and touch me. Where I was standing, oh, what a light, taking me up upon its landing here inside. The grace of God expanding as my heart. What a light. Over Sherman, speak tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, band.
I'm so glad your yellow brick road brought you to us. To have that consciousness so long ago and trying to find a place to put it, to share it, we are so blessed. And Reverend Cindy, thank you for reminding us who we are. You know, over 30 years ago, I had the belief that any wisdom, power, even love, wisdom had to come from outside of myself. I wasn't that smart, you know. I had some skills, some musical skills, thank God, that were like a railing in my life that I hung on to, and everything else I looked outside of myself for. The tools that are taught in this community and having a space, a community to share what we learn and work out the bugs is such a blessing. I never realized that light and love and power and beauty was within me the whole time. I didn't even have to click my heels. It's a beautiful thing. So we're going to sing a song that's a beautiful New Year's Eve song. It's written by Ricky Byers. It's called I Release. So I'm inviting you to stand and embody this beautiful message and just let it go.
Yeah, Dylan.
Yeah.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you got to say. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Here we go. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only